Hello everyone, my name is Charlotte. Welcome to my channel. You can call me Charlie. And if you're new here, please don't forget to hit that big red button down below and that small tiny bell right beside it so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. And without further ado, let's hop in. So today I'm going to flip through my 2021 to 2022, not really into 22, more like stopping right at 22, bullet journal that I made for my friend. This is part 2 of a 2-part series. It was supposed to be a 3-part series, but if you watched my most recent vlog, you would know that I suffered from a major deletion of footage, so I'm not actually flipping through this journal right now. I shipped off the journal to my friend, and so she's currently in the process of using it, which is why you also see a bunch of blurs, because let's not expose anyone in this video. A bullet journal video is not the place to expose anyone here. Now let's get on to talking about the spreads and stuff. You'll notice that I have a very minimalistic style to this journal just because I was on a due date budget. I had a time limit, y'all. And so you'll notice that most of my spreads incorporate the color black, white, and some accent color. I really love this February spread. The cover page was decoupaged. It was a napkin. And okay, you know what? It just added texture, it added color and cohesiveness, and I adored it. And it was so simple, and especially look at these flowers in these weekly spreads. I just had so much fun playing around with shading and all my pink utensils. They're not really utensils, they're just art supplies, but they're basically utensils in the art community. And yeah, you also notice that most of these spreads are structured the way I structure my own bullet journal, because my friend has never actually used a bougie before. I know, can you believe that people are so uncultured in the world? I'm joking. I'm joking. But because she doesn't use a bullet journal, I kind of switched things around just slightly, but incorporated things that I know that I love and things that I wanted her to try out. An example of this is when you look at all the monthly overviews, all the calendars are all structured differently because calendars are just so pretty to spruce up. You'll also notice that the mood tracker, exercise tracker, and music playlist are all slightly different. For the most part, the music playlist is just a blank sheet with some decorations and the title, but the exercise tracker and the mood tracker constantly change. And that's just because I don't know how she wants to track her moods and her exercise goals. I do not track my mood or exercise goals because, quite frankly, my mood is like a rainbow. Oh, wait, that's a bad. I don't know. My mood is like a bouncy ball. It goes up and down, and it just constantly fluctuates throughout the day. I could be totally happy and then be bawling my eyes out in the middle of the day for no absolute reason. But, okay, we're not talking about myself. Let's continue on with the mood tracker. So if y'all don't know how to use a mood tracker, specifically in this journal, you pick a color that you associate with a mood or an exercise, and every time at the end of the day, if you accomplish that goal or that mood, then you use that special color to color in the date. Yeah, does that make sense? That's basically it. And some mood trackers and exercise trackers, specifically, I believe it's February and May, have pencil lines on the tracker, so that my friend has a line that she can follow so that things don't get screwed up and she knows what day is for what without actually having a number there. I don't know, it was fun. I also want to point out that May was probably my least favorite spread of them all. I don't know, I really like the colors, but for some reason I just wasn't feeling that retro theme, and I think it's because I wanted to go really minimalistic, and to make retro look really good, I thought that I needed to go all out, but I couldn't. So May is kind of balancing in between the I want to be here, but I'm not. wow, that's basically me in life. Okay, we're gonna stop hating on myself and we're gonna talk about June because I love the June spread. At this point in my bullet journal, I was getting a little tired of the constant day-to-day, like drawing, doodling, blah, 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 blah. And so I went back to my roots of, junk journaling. And so it was just so fun to find all these maps and pieces of maps and stick them in. And also, brown is such a beautiful color to go with maps. I do not know why. I do not understand it. But the whole spread, including the weekdays, the calendar, the mood trackers and everything, and the title page, everything just looks so good together. And I barely put any effort into this spread because when you think about it, a lot of it was just gluing and pasting. I had a lot of fun with June. June is also summertime. I adore summertime. What is your favorite season? Yeah. I think January was probably my least favorite spread, or one of my least, tied with May, because it was just kind of hard. I didn't know what I was doing, so it was in that realm of I want to do something, but I don't know what I'm going to do, so I'm just going to experiment and see if it turns out for the better. This spread here, which is July, is sadly not my own spread. It is a rendition of Junie Sun Studio spread. I freaking love her channel. If y'all don't watch bullet journaling videos, or if y'all do, just, go head over to her. She does these really elaborate, minimalistic to really elaborate spreads. Recently she got into pop-ups, and her doodling style and her creative artistic side is just so fun to watch. So I introduced my friend to Junie Sun over here, and while not all drawings are exactly the same as Junie Sun's, that is what inspired this spread. Oh, and I forgot to mention, you'll notice that some of the pages do remain blank in this journal, and that's because I like a space to brain dump without calling it brain dump, because brain dump just kind of turns me off. I mean, it's like a dumpster, it's like a trash bin. I don't want to write in a trash bin. First of all, it's dark, and second of all, there's trash. But yeah, so I don't call it brain dump. I just leave it blank so that if I want to start tracking things in the middle of the year, I can, or the middle of the month, I can. And so my friend can do the same. She can turn it into a YouTube brain dump page because she also has a YouTube channel. She can turn it into a clothing style, accountant, tracker. It's really up to her. She could just use it as a diary page, quite frankly, and it's just nice because then she can use her own pens and things to label that blank page so that it doesn't look weird. And I also do that in my own journal as well. Minimalistic doodling with some interest. Okay, so September was really interesting for me. You could see that planet, how it moved, and that was my only attempt at a Dutch door in this journal. I love Dutch doors, but I don't know, I couldn't think of a design that I wanted to turn into a Dutch door all that badly, so it ended up being a cover page, which I kind of regret because I don't really like it, but you know what? These weekly pages in September really make up for that cover page. I really like the whole blue planet aesthetic thing, and I also like the miniature doodles and the fonts because, I don't know, I have like these 5 go-to fonts in my head, and September's fonts weren't one of them, so it was nice to sort of try out new fonts. Also, who just doesn't like writing neat and tidy and cute? I don't know, maybe that's just a me thing. For October and December, those are the 2 major holidays in this journal when you think about it. There's Christmas and there's what's October? Halloween. How did I not even realize that? And I'm staring right at the spread when I'm doing this voiceover. So my friend adores those 2 celebrations. So of course I had to give them their own spreads, and it was fun, it was nice. My favorite part of October is not the weekly spreads, but actually the cover page. I just like the contrast between black and white. and that border around it, oof, yes. You also notice that the weekly pages kind of switch up a bit in this because once again, I want my friend to try out some new things. November was really fun because October was kind of that orangey color. I wanted to make November still have that fall-ish look without being fall-ish, if that makes sense. So instead of just all these reds and yellows and browns and oranges, I added some collaging and cut out some brown craft paper and stuck it on, and I did some stamping as well. So this spread is really, and look at those like weekly spreads, they're totally different from the past couple of months, which was fun. For December, on the left you can see an actual print that I did. December was interesting. December was Christmas. At this point in the bullet journal, the months were just blending together. When you live a year in a month, things kind of get a little blurry, and so to be honest, I wasn't quite sure if I was filling out like November's spread in this one. You can also see that even though I planned out all my pages beforehand, I still messed up. So at the very end of the December spread, I have literally a bunch of pages that she can just do whatever with. So before I finish off this video, I just want to say the other day I reached 100 subscribers. Y'all are so amazing and thank you so much. So I'm going to show you my gratitude by writing you a story. Comment down below in this video, tell me how your day is, give me a sentence or two, and next video I'm going to take all y'all comments and stick them into a story. So if you want to see that 100 subscriber video, definitely subscribe down below, give this video a big thumbs up, and don't forget to comment. Thank y'all so much, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye!